Booktube, it's Louise, the big head bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good day, wherever it is you are and whatever it is you're doing. Hello, hello, and welcome back to Friday Reads. It's Friday Reads, it's Friday Reads. I'm here on a Friday. It's Friday Reads. Hello, lovely to see you. Hope you've had a glorious week. You're looking good. You're looking good this week. Are you feeling good? I hope so. I hope so. I hope you aren't feeling quite as hot and bothered as I am. Not in a kind of like in a sultry fashion, just more in the fact that it's overcast and warm, and I've had to switch off the fan I've got here pointing at my face. So yeah, so this is going to be quite a quick one because otherwise you just see me melt. I'm melting, literally, before your very eyes. I know you're thinking it's not literally, it would happen. Because I am so warm. Anyway, that's because I'm a woman of an age. Oh, yes. Who cannot regulate her heat. Boop, boop. Yeah. Oh, we're starting with all the random stuff this morning. Let's carry on, shall we? So, where are we? Updates. When you are watching this, the teenager whose room is there, which is why I kind of always gesture that way, teenager will have finished their A-levels. We've got one left. And when you're watching this, because I'm filming this a day early, they will have finished. It's wild. I'm finding it more wild than they are, I think. And I wonder if that's the lot of a parent. Or just generally, you get a little bit older and you kind of see the bigger picture, and so therefore it becomes all a bit wild. So you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm kind of like baffled about the fact that they've spent the last 2 years kind of concentrating and thinking and you know, it is going to be, this is what they're going to do and this kind of stuff. And now it's like, and you know, for everybody that's in the thick of it with GCSEs are way worse than A-levels. A-levels are better. I don't know whether it's because it's less subjects and because they've chosen the subjects. Really, you know, they've not had any of them. Well, actually, the teenager was kind of shoehorned into maths. They want to go and do psychology. Got a lot of renowned psychologists in our family, which is both a blessing and a curse. No, it's only a blessing. And they have really advised the teenager, and they were so clear. They were like, if you're going to do psychology A-level, you need to do maths A-level. And they were like, I don't want to do maths A-level. I'm looking forward to not doing maths A-level. The last thing I want to do is do maths A-level. And anyway, the college said, you're going to do maths A-level. And they were like, damn. Anyway, they've really enjoyed the maths. First year, year 12, tricky. Year 13, hit the groove, maths. And it's their last maths. So it's really odd. They're going to, you know, GCSEs was hard. We didn't know that there was some underlying stuff going on. We didn't know that they were actually neurodivergent. And so they needed accessibility help and that kind of stuff, which we didn't know they needed. They didn't know they needed. The school didn't know they needed. However, we got it all sorted before they went to the college, and the college have been really good about providing all the stuff, providing all the help and the kind of accessibility, you know, and the kind of surrounding. And the A-levels, whether we've approached it differently, whether the teenager has approached it differently, they're 2 years older, everything, it's just so much better. So I am here to give you hope that the GCSEs are tricky, A-levels better. Yeah. So yeah, they're going to be finished at that. So that's exciting. And next week they've got a kind of a do in a bar in Cambridge. They're going to go out to a bar with like 400 other students. Yeah. And they're going to go and they're going to, you know, I suppose mum will have to fund. Mum's picking up. Mum and dad are picking up. So yeah, I pour them into the car. So that's kind of fun. What else? Laundry. I had a cracking day yesterday. Cracking day. Oh, the husband. Oh, chef's kiss. He timed it to perfection. He said, oh, I'll go and bring the washing in. because he'd forgotten earlier, but he was like, no, I'm going to go and bring the washing in. He went and got the washing, and then 5 minutes later, it started really raining, and it was like, oh, we both were like, woohoo! I mean, does that say we need to get more excitement in our life? I now, relating that story, am wondering about the level of excitement that we have in our life. I'm wondering whether we need to widen our scope of fun. Maybe. Maybe the fact that both of us were cheering that he got the washing in on time. Anyway, yeah, we had a discussion this morning about what the washing scope was for the next couple of days. You know, the couple that does discusses laundry together stays together. What can I say? Yeah. Anyway, moving on from that. So that's kind of brief laundry chat. It's towels today, in case you were wondering, because it's going to rain. We've already had rain. There are several rain clouds over there that are doing that to me through the window. I can see it. I can see. Actually, if it means it gets less muggy, come on. We've got towels. You can't get us. You can't get us today, because we're going to actually put those in the dryer. Tomorrow, however, is supposed to be sunny. Oh, but we're out most of the day. Friday. Yeah. Anyway. Just sorting it out in my head. Friday reads. She's just so on it, aren't you? And then, what was it? Oh, parish notices. Parish barbecue. You thought I'd forgotten about it. No, I tracked it down. So, when you come into the village, you know there's that hand car wash place where they don't use their hands, they use the power jet. So it should really be called the power jet car wash, but it's called the hand car wash. You know that? Well, they do clean the windscreen, but they're like, that place, just round the corner, there's that place that says, you know, gooseberries. And you go along and you say, have you got any gooseberries? And they go, no, we haven't got any. And then other times it says cherries. And you go in and you go, oh, have you got some cherries? And they go, no, we haven't got any. That place, that is going to be there in their garden. And it's going to be on Saturday, and it starts at 12. The weather forecast, I've already looked for you. Oh, yeah. I'm sorting out. I'm basically your social calendar right there. So it's the parish barbecue. Probably I would bring something, you know, not like a sandwich, stuff for the barbecue. I think you have to pay like £2, and then you can get a burnt sausage and a partially done chicken thigh. But if you want to bring kind of like a salady thing to kind of share with everybody, that would be lovely. I am going to do Nigella's maple coleslaw. I haven't done it for ages, but that's really nice. That's the one I'm going to do, Nigella Lawson's one. So I'm going to do that in a nice big bowl. Look out for that. So you could perhaps do potato salad, or maybe just, you know, everybody's going to bring leaves, aren't they, of some kind. But if you could do a potato salad, that would be nice. Or if you could leave me what you're going to take, what you're going to bring, that's brilliant. Anyway, it's from 12. Bring your £2 because of the burnt sausage and the half-cooked chicken thigh. Yum. So we'll do that. Put that stuff out. The weather is going to be sunny, cloudy, good possibility of rain with wind. So I am probably going to wear sundress with a raincoat and bring a windbreaker. That's what I was thinking. I mean, it's unlikely there are going to be enough parasols for us all to get under. So that's why I thought raincoat, because I can stand there with my hood during the showers and then whip it off for my sundress for the sunny bits. So yeah, that's what I thought. The Whiz Beach Warblers are going to be there from 2:30, so I plan to leave before then. Just saying, if you want to catch me there. Okay, so that's the parish notices. And let's get on to the actual books, which is why you are here, is it not? I want to say thank you very much for everybody that's left a comment recently. I still haven't sat down and gone through and answer them. I am going to do that because I know people have been leaving comments, and I am going to come back and sit down and answer them. So I shall do that in the next week. It means the absolute world to me that you sit and you watch this and you take the time to like or anything like that. It's just amazing. I just wanted to say thank you for that. I also, every time you leave me a recommendation, please know that I always go and have a look. And the amount of books that I add to my TBR list is quite frightening. Grumpy Reader, was it Grumpy Reader suggested yet another courtroom? Looks a peach of a book. It's payday next week, and I'm thinking that's going to be my payday treat because it's still hardback, I think, and it's dissertation of a murderer. I think that was it. Dissection of a murderer. Oh, it sounds so good. I was so good, and I think we should all be impressed with my restraint that I didn't buy it then and there. But I tell you what, I have had to buy this week, which is probably why I didn't buy that, was a new Kindle. So my Kindle is so old they now don't support it, which is a bit cheeky because that means if you want to carry on using your Kindle as a Kindle, as in you want to buy ebooks, you have to update it to you have to buy a new one. However, it is, I don't know how old. Was it 15 years old, my Kindle? And it has been well used. Does it owe me anything? No, but still a bit cheeky. I have got all my books there still on that Kindle, and I can transfer my account to the new Kindle, which I am getting. Oh, no, it's not today. I've had the wrong day all week, and I was just about to get excited. Did you see that? You saw me about to get excited because I thought it was coming today. It's not coming today. It's coming tomorrow. Anyway, I have got it. I've also got, so I had to pay out for that. So therefore I didn't buy any other books. But what I did get was I got 3 months free trial of Kindle Unlimited. And I have never gone for Kindle Unlimited because I thought, I've got so many books I want to read. I've got to read anyway. Do I need another thing to give me more books? No. But 3 months free, I was like, go on then. I have put the date in my calendar to check to see whether I am actually using it or whether I've used it for the first month and then I'm not going to use it. I'm not sure. Anyway, I have read a book from Kindle Unlimited this week because I had finished both my audiobook and my physical book last week. And so I read reread a romance. So I read Twice Tempted by Jeaniene Frost, which was on my Kindle, which is why I found out that my Kindle now is no longer supported. And it's always had... How is that? The door's just opened. Hello, come in. Come in, spirit. You are more than welcome. Come in, sit down, chat books with me. I presume that's because the front door's just opened and caught the air. Or it could be that a spirit's just come in. Either way. One way or another, it would be great. So I read Twice Tempted by Jeaniene Frost, saw that my Kindle was now no longer supported, had a bit of an existential crisis because it was so old, and then it was going to cost me to buy a new one, but then I thought, no, I will. And then I got the 3 months free of Kindle Unlimited, so I had a bit of a browse, because I don't know whether Kindle Unlimited, you actually get to read the books you fancy, or whether it's a question of kind of getting other... can you get back issues? Do you get back issues of others, or is it kind of not the books that you would actually go and buy anyway? I'm not sure what books are on Kindle Unlimited. So I guess we'll learn over the next 3 months whether I use it or not. However, I did see they had... I'm looking down because it's the name of it. The brand new Jeaniene Frost. Jeaniene Frost is fantasy romance, vampires, werewolves? No, vampire. Yeah, kind of magical creatures. Heavy on the romance more than they're very much. I'm explaining this so well. How many years have I been on Booktube? Still can't explain things. So she bases it in this world, and then there's a kind of a magical world adjacent. Connected and adjacent. So it's magical beings and everything in the everyday world. Yeah. And the humans don't know about it. Heavy on the romance. Really like Twice Tempted. So it's, I can't remember the name. It's a four series book, and it's all about Lord Vlad Dracula. And it's a really good, he's a really good character. His woman that he falls in love with is a really good character as well. And I like their chemistry and their connection and how they work together. So I like those 4 ones. Twice Tempted is the second one in the series. This new series, which starts with A Curse of Beasts and Magic, I don't know whether it's a long-running series or whether it's just a duology, because some of them are duologies. This is a new take. It's not set in the same universe. It's a lot more fantastical. This is A Curse of Beasts and Magic. It's kind of Beauty and the Beast, or Beautiful and the Beast, I think is what they say. I scootled through it. I really scootled through it, because you can do with Jeaniene Frost. There is a nice kind of energy between the two. I wonder whether I have been a bit ruined by Bride and Mate, and the characters in those 2 books, and how well you got to know the characters very quickly. Because this book, I found there was so much world building about the kind of magical and all the fantasy around it, that the 2 main characters were a bit two-dimensional, especially the hero, who's a bit of an anti-hero, but he is a hero. And also the morally grey aspects of it were just not morally grey. It was kind of supposed to be, you know, really bad. And he wasn't bad at all. But yeah. So I enjoyed it. I went through it quite quickly. 2 days took me. Read it on my phone because I'm still waiting for my Kindle, which I've now realised isn't coming today. It's coming tomorrow. Yeah. So I read those 2. I read those 2 this week, and it was fine. I enjoyed them. I had a good time reading them. I've now got a year to wait for the next one coming out, because I didn't realise it came out like 3 weeks ago, A Curse of Beasts and Magic. If you are a Jeaniene Frost, it's worth picking it up. If you're not a fan of Jeaniene Frost, I wouldn't start with it. That's what I would say. So yeah, so that's what I've read this week. I was thinking about what to read last night, because now I'm at that stage again where I need another book, and I wasn't sure. I had downloaded another on Kindle Unlimited, but I think I might wait till my Kindle comes rather than reading it on my phone. So I need a physical book. So one of today's job is to find me, is to find me a physical book to read that I'm in the mood for. I'm not really sure whether I'm in a crimey book, or I don't think I'm romance. Yeah. Back to that again, really, aren't I? Audiobook. This leads me to audiobooks. I listened to a comfort audiobook, I listened to Sad Cypress by Agatha Christie. This is my edition that I have, which is one of the Foxtail editions from Fontana, called Foxtail because the G in Agatha is shaped like a foxtail. I am never not going to be thrilled about that. So this edition, the book itself came out, let's have a look. The book itself came out in 1940, and this 22nd impression came out in 1985. So the Foxtails are early 80s editions by HarperCollins, but an imprint called Fontana. So there we are. Is that not just gorgeous as an addition? It is a Poirot, young and beautiful. Eleanor Carlyle stands in the dock, accused of murdering Mary Gerard. The court is packed with people watching and wondering, all convinced of her guilt. The evidence against her is unassailable, but Hercule Poirot is not at all convinced. The Observer said, Agatha Christie has done it again, which is all you need to know. And I would agree with that. It's one of my favourite Hercule Poirots. And I worked out this week why it is one of my favourites. It's a comfort one because I know it very, very well. I like the amount of Hercule Poirot in it. So he's not in the first section. He comes in about a third in. And as he's quite a dominant character, he's very particular. He is quite dominant. He then takes over the second half of the book, but it's enough set up that he slots in well. And there's also a cracking courtroom section. And I think it has all the ingredients for me. Yeah, it has all the ingredients for me. And there's a bit of pharmacy knowledge in there, which thrills me, even though it's completely made up. I would just like to say what they actually talk about is the drug that they talk about is actually made up, not morphine, because they talk about morphine. There's another drug. And I'm like, that's made up. But I like the pharmacy aspect of it because that's my trade. So yeah, that's really good. Yeah, really good. And look, typical Foxtail edition. There's just that little bit of blood just there, just to tempt us. So it was £1.95 when we first got it. So I have been collecting some other ones, and I was going to show you them all in one go, but I'll show you the last two that have come in because they're so good. So I have nearly 60 Foxtails, I think, now. And this is Third Girl. Oh, which is again a Hercule Poirot. Look at that beauty. I think this is top stuff. I think this is more than just a little bit gruesome. Oh, they're just beautiful. I love the covers of these books. They are small print. I have to be careful with these because now they're getting on a bit. So yeah, so they are discoloured and small print. However, this one first published in 1966, so it is a later Agatha Christie. This edition was 1986. So 40 years old, this glorious book. I mean, it's been read and loved, but oh, is it not beautiful? Oh, it's just so good. And the last one, which came in, was it earlier this week? I got this. This is earlier this week. Well, let me read you the back of Third Girl in case you're interested in it. Third Girl to share a second floor flat. The very idea appalled Hercule Poirot's notions of civilized comfort. But together with the alarmingly vague Miss Oliver, Ariadne Oliver, the Belgian detective found himself embroiled in the bohemian world of art students and singles in pursuit of the mysterious girl who said she might have committed a murder. There we go. The book is better than the adaptations that I've seen. I don't think the adaptations of The Third Girl capture the book. It's not one of the best, but the adaptations, if you've seen an adaptation and you think, oh, not interested in that, the actual book's better. And then this is the one that came in most recently. Should we just take a minute for the glory of Nemesis? Which is, she didn't write many follow-on books, but this is a follow-on for a Caribbean mystery, which is a Miss Marple. It's just so beautiful and so slightly horrifying at the same time. They're perfect for me. I really love them. Miss Marple was a little bit more surprised. It was a little was more than a little surprised when she received a letter from a friend who had died only a week earlier. His letter urged her to investigate a crime, but he gave no details as to who was involved, where, or even what had happened. Let justice roll down like waters and righteousness like an everlasting stream, he quoted. They were fine words, but Miss Marple could hardly see how they applied to herself, yet her late friend had christened her Nemesis. It's a beauty. It's a beauty of a book. This is in cracking condition. Look at that spine. Not broken at all. And it's actually beautiful. So whoever has read this in the years that they've had it, pages come out. Whoever has read this has looked after it very, very well. First published in 1971. Seventh impression is 1984. So 42 years old. But glorious. So these are the latest two that will go downstairs. And that was what I listened to this week. So I haven't got an audio book on the go, and I haven't got a physical book on the go. So I'm back in that stage of, no, what do I read? I also have been collecting. I've started to collect, but these are a little bit more expensive. Cover illustrations by Tom Adams. Now, he did 70s and early 80s. He did for Fontana, and his covers are wild, is all I can say. This is Poirot's early cases, which isn't I'm not a huge short story fan anyway. I think the Miss Marple short stories are better than the Hercule Poirot's ones, but they're still enjoyable to read, but they're not my fave. So yeah. Is that not just, it's just so hideous, isn't it? 70s were wild, man. So Tom Adams does these particular covers, and yeah, as you can tell, it's not a foxtail because the Agatha is normal. So yeah, so I'm interested in having a look out for those. I'm not going to go wild for them, but if I happen to see one that's at a reasonable price, I shall pick it up. Because I won't be able to avoid it. But yeah, there we go. There we go, Booktube. That's it. I thought I'd show you a few books. I don't have a physical book. I don't have an audio book on the go. I'm back at that stage. Well, I don't know what to read next. Got my Kindle coming. I'll show you it when it comes next week. And you can see the glory of it. I'm quite hot. 12 o'clock. Is a parish barbecue on Saturday. Let me know what you're going to bring. This has been lovely, Booktube. Let's do this again. Bye.